Hello everyone, back with another video. It's been some time now, and for this video I thought I would show you my favorite watercolor books. So let's get to it. I'm gonna put these aside and show you them one by one. There are 9 of them, and I'm also at the end of this video, or after this 9 books, I will also have some 4 books that I have in my wish list on Amazon that I am going to show you. I took some screenshots, so they will pop up at that moment. So let's get to it. So this is from Inga Buividavice. I don't know. Sorry if I pronounce that wrong. I have 2 books of her. I have both of these, Painting Calm and Wild Watercolor. And they are both in Dutch, but you can buy these in English. I will put links to all of these books in the description of this video. There's only one that's only available in Dutch, but I will let you know about that. So first we're gonna go through this one really quickly. I love how this artwork is here at the front, and look at that. It's the whole color palette. It's so beautiful. So yeah, it's beautifully illustrated. It's a step-by-step watercolor guide inspired by nature. And yeah, this is a table of contents. But of course it's all in Dutch. Here she writes about her journey, how she got to making watercolor art. And yeah, see how beautiful these illustrations are. And here she talks about why she paints nature. So yeah, it's really beautiful. Your creative journey. You know, it's, yeah, you're creating your own style. That's also a really good thing. Learning about watercolor, the paint itself and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna flip through this a bit faster because I'm not gonna show you the whole book. You gotta buy it if you want to know more. But yeah, it's really beautiful. I don't know if I would recommend this for beginners, but yeah, if you already know a little bit about painting and how to paint with watercolors, but you're not advanced yet, you're still in the beginner shoes, but a little more past it, then yeah, you could do this. Yeah, I really like this. There's a lot of wet and wet technique that she explains, the effects of glazing, washes, taking it back off. You know, it's, yeah, really interesting. So that's this book, Painting Calm. Still in the frame, yes. Also keeping my eye on my phone because I'm filming with my phone. And then there's this one, Wild Watercolor, also inspired by nature. And yeah, see how beautiful that is. That fox and the other animals, yeah. And here is another beautiful surprise. Really beautiful. I don't know if the last one was the same. No, there were different animals here. See, so beautiful. She has a really amazing style. So again, table of content. Really nice. A wild medium. This is really beautiful. She only uses like 2 colors here, and it's really nice. And also painting a little more monochrome. I really like doing it myself, so. And again, she talks about the materials here, also the paper, watercolor, gouache, watercolor pencils, and the brushes that she uses. Other mediums that you can use. And again, the techniques that she described: wet and wet, wet on dry, glazing, dabbing, you know, taking it back off with a piece of paper or something, splattering. Got a bit lost there. Because I'm trying to translate the Dutch to the English. Dutch to English. Oh my goodness, now I can't speak. See, oh my goodness, these are beautiful, right? I like seahorses, so look at this. And she explains it very well in this book. But as I said, if you're an absolute beginner, I don't think this book would be for you. But otherwise, yeah, it's really beautiful. Look at that. And she also uses colors that you would not see in nature, or that we as humans would not see, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's really beautiful. So that's these two books from Inga, Buividavice. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. I'm sorry if I don't. So that's these two. Put those aside. Then I have one from another YouTuber here, Irit Landgraf. She lives in Austria. And this book is not a book to teach you how to start watercoloring. And this is more about her experience, the techniques that she loves to use, and the materials that she likes to use. So, and links to all of these artists are in the description of this video. Their socials if they have them, websites if they have them, everything. Everything that I was able to find, you will find in the description of this video. A table of contents. This is in English. Maybe you can pause the video if you like to read this. And then she talks about living the watercolor dream. How to use this book. See? And the pictures are all done by herself. She even put some of her artwork in it, like everyone does when they make a book, but still, you know, in these times. But yeah, here she talks about the watercolor supplies that she has, and as you can see, she has a lot. She really has a lot of watercolor supplies. Yeah, pigment information, pens and tubes. She talks a little about that. Dot cards, different brands in one palette. And I know not everyone is for this, but even I I like to keep the brands separated, but I have put some together like Rembrandt and Van Gogh because they are both by Royal Talent, so in my mind that is okay to mix them in the same palette. Watercolor brushes. And then she talks about the favorite colors and why she loves them. See, yellows and pinks. She just uses a lot of pinks, you know. And then here we have some of her artwork, really beautiful. And then we get to section 1, getting comfortable with color. And doing swatches, sketching a palette and then coloring it in. Mixed media, color mixing, Another one of her beautiful paintings. Another color mixing. She likes to try stuff out, so she has a lot of pages about that. As I said, I'm not gonna show you everything in these books. You gotta buy them if you want to know more. Support these amazing artists because they're all very great at what they do. And then section 2, painting with watercolor. What she paints. Let's see if I don't skip anything. No, she shows you a little bit about how she works and yeah, the results from it. Then you have section 3, beyond watercolor. And here she is adding some metallic leaf, or you can add gold leaf and oil pastels, you know, tape. So yeah. And how she, and this is Irit. So yeah, this is a really great book. I really like it. It's really inspiring to see how other artists work. So yeah, I can really recommend this one as well. So Watercolor Freedom from Irit Landgraf. And then I have Watercolor. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find the English title in the back. Watercolor for the Soul by Sharone Stevens. And this is her. So yeah, really good book. Let's start at the beginning. And for me, this is also in Dutch. But this one, as I said, the English title, it is available in English. Table of Contents. A little about herself and why she started to learn watercolor. A relaxing way to start painting. And she goes on about what you can do, you know, choosing your subject, getting inspiration, enjoying the process, keeping a diary, keeping it simple at the beginning. The materials, all of the materials that she recommends and uses. The basics, all of the techniques, and she shows it as well. The color wheel here and mixing of colors. Let's see, here again the techniques about brush strokes and shapes that you can paint. Washes. Splattering with different tools. And here she starts with the projects. So let's start with this one. I'm not gonna show all of them because, you know, you gotta get the book. So this is just a simple bookmarker that she makes, but it's layering forms that you will learn in this one. And she will start at the beginning and explains it very well how you need to do this. So yeah. And then there's leaves, jellyfish, a carrot, avocado. You know, there's a lot in this book. Rocks and citrus, gemstones, feathers, flowers, another bookmarker, you know, a turtle. So there's a lot in this that she shows you. And yeah, I do recommend this. Can I recommend this book for beginners? There are a few exercises in here or projects that could be done by a beginner, but Some of them are a little more, not advanced, but you know, past beginner techniques. But yeah, but you can always try it out, I guess, because it is really a good book. So this was, again, I lost the title, Watercolor for the Soul by Sharone Stevens. And again, information all in the description of this video. Next one is Coastal Landscapes by Charles Evans. And I have this book for a long time. This Search Press, this publisher, has a lot of books like this. I don't know if it's in this one, but we'll see. So, and here you make 6 beautiful pictures, 6 beautiful landscapes. And there are 6 pre-drawn watercolor sheets in this one that you can start painting right away. And this is Charles Evans. These are a few of the other books. I have this one. So, yeah. Beautiful artwork, the projects in this book, and introduction, how to use it, what you need, you know, all of this. And yeah, it I can say that this book is really interesting. I tried a bunch of these exercises, and yeah, you know, also a bit about the colors that he uses and the mixes. So here you have the explanation to do a wash. He explains that very well. And then in every project, I'm not gonna show you all of them. Let me see if I can take one. Is this a different one? Yeah. So let's take this project, for instance. He explains very well how you need to do this step by step. Also for the trees, because I know that's not easy for everyone. See how it needs to be done. This is really for beginners, because you have a step by step for each layer. And in the other books, they're not always layer by layer. So in this one it is. And he explains other tips and tricks. So yeah, I really like how this book is done. It's probably also because of the publisher, but because all of their books are like this. So how you can do the green on the trees. So yeah, it's really nice. And this is the finished project. So yeah, then you go on to another one. See, and then there are 6 projects in here. And these are the pre-drawn ones. Can you see these? Yeah, you can see it a little bit. It's very light, but that's the one we just saw. So yeah, it's really very well done. And these are the other books from this publisher. You can see, you can pause the video if you like. And yeah, they have really good books about watercolor and other medium. I think these are all watercolors, the ones that are shown here. Yeah, these are all watercolors. So, but yeah, and these landscapes are really beautiful. Can't get this on back. Here, yeah. So that's Coastal Landscapes by Charles Evans. Then the next one is by Julie King, Watercolor Flowers by the same publisher. And and also 6 projects in this one. This is Julie. Again, table of contents, and here you can see all the projects that you will be doing in this book. These are all of them. An introduction and some tips how to use this book. So yeah, what you need and everything here. The general techniques that she's using. And the pictures are very well done as well, just like in the one from Charles Evans. So yeah, color mixing, and here we start at the projects. Let's see if I can start at the beginning from one of these. When they all have a color as well. Let's do this one, the hibiscus. So again, she also starts at the beginning, how to use the techniques that she is using them in. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I'm really tired. I can't speak. So she explains it, the gradient wash, how she does it, the glazing, and you know, every step she explains very well in this book. So again, a very good book for a beginner. And this may be very intimidating, but it is doable as a beginner. So yeah, as you can see, it's very well done. And then you go to the rest of them. So yeah, see? It's really beautiful how she explains all of them. And then at the end, again, you have all of these pre-drawn flowers. This was the one that we just watched. So yeah. And again, these are other ones, I think, than in the previous one. There are a few new ones in this one. So yeah. That was Watercolor Flowers by Julie King. Next up is this book about making bookmarkers with brush pens or brush markers or whatever you want to call it. I think in this one she only uses the Ecoline markers from Royal Talents. And yeah, this is only in Dutch, but I will put links to everything in the description. So, and she made this amazing book. Again, table of contents. As you can see, it's really beautiful. This is her with her husband. And here she talks about her job as a teacher. She's a school teacher. So, yeah. And this book is also a little bit made for school teachers, so they can do this with kids and teenagers. But I have been teaching watercolor, but I'm not trained as a teacher like she and her husband have. But yeah, I do like this book a lot, and it's also for beginners. So these are some responses from people. This is the materialist, and yeah, she used the Ecoline brush pens. She uses water brushes, watercolor paper, you know, and she also uses some pencils and things like that, washi tape. These are the basic techniques that she explains, how she cuts these. You know, it's very nicely done. And how she activates this, and yeah, it's very beautifully done. Also love the illustrations in this and the pictures. Here she has some top tips about the brushes that she uses, solutions for brush problems when you're working with brush pens, brush markers I should say, and not pens. Variations in the edges of your paper. These are made for your phone cases, so you can put them inside. So it's really, really beautiful and easy. It's really easy. The extra materials that she uses, like the kitchen foil and stuff like that, salt, chia seeds. I never thought to use those in making art, but here you go. Fluid Ecoline and other materials. So yeah, it's really beautiful. Also how to use baby wipes in your work. I usually use them to clean things up, but here we go. And this is her first project. Let's do this. Let's show this project, and the rest I'm not going to be showing because, again, it's better to buy the book from the artist and to support them. So here she explains her color palette. She also put the numbers of the Ecoline markers that she is using. How she tapes the paper, the first layer that you need to draw, the second, and she goes on how to do this, how to activate it with water, and then the little flowers that she adds, and this is the end result. So it's really beautiful, and variations that you can do. So and some extra things that you can do with this, because these are the flowers that are in this one. It's really beautiful. So yeah, now I will start at the back so you can see a few things. Here she thanks everyone. And then we have this, her website, if you want to donate and buy this book. So this is the end result for this one. Then you have this one. This is beautiful, isn't it? It's really nice. Lantern. Yeah, I'm really impressed with these. These are really beautiful. Look at that. Very, very beautiful. Here she added a little bit of gold in it. It's so amazing. Beach. Yeah, and then the swing. So this was bookmarkers with brushes from Brushjuf. And then we have this one from Monica Schick. I forgot where she lived. I think it's Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's from Switzerland. Anyway, this one you can find in English too. In English it will call, I don't know, she doesn't say. You can find this, I think. I'm not sure. All of these are listed in the description. I have found all of these on Amazon, but I don't remember if I found all of them in English or like this one in Dutch and German. I don't know. I don't remember because I've been working on this video for, yeah, a month and a half now, almost 2 months. So yeah, but anyway, it's definitely a book that I can recommend as well. And Monica also has her own brushes that she sells. So you can see them here. I can, yeah, That's one of her brushes. The table of content. And yeah, this is Monica. Well, she's painting a little bit about herself, about the book, all of the materials that she's using. And here you can see the brushes even better. The watercolor that she uses, and some tips and tricks also about the symbols. Oh my goodness. Gouache paper, so she uses also gouache, how she stretches her paper before starting, and then how she flattens it again. And this is about her brushes. These are all of them. And I am curious to this one here, the whale tail brush. I mean, this must have given a very special effect, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, I think this is, and I've already checked it, and her brushes are very affordable actually. They're not all that expensive, so I think at some point I might buy some of these, especially this one, because I'm really curious to what this one will look like when you paint with it. The rest of the materials that she's using, her workspace, how she organizes it, and then the basics. Look at that, so beautiful. Of course, a color wheel. Yeah, she explains it very well in this book. About warm and cold colors, the tonal values. So yeah, it's really, I have trouble reading this. That lettering is kind of weird to me. I can't really read it very well, but it's also mentioned in the text itself, so the rule of 3, she explains a little bit about that. Perspective, linear perspective, really very well done. And then we go to the watercolor techniques. Again, beautiful picture here, very nice. Yeah, it's quite well done, and she explains it, and then she has an exercise. So explaining, exercise, and yeah, it's really amazingly done. This, you know, how to do a gradient from light to dark or in different colors, wet and wet technique, dry, the effects from different mediums that you can use, masking fluid, salt, sponge, water, or color, taking back the color. You know, and here she continues, it's a lot, right? And it's, yeah, very beautifully set. And I really like the examples that she put up here, because you can see the techniques, how they look when they are dry, and that's really important. Her color palette that she uses, it's a lot of colors. A bit of an explanation about the exercises and the step-by-step motifs. And here you go to the exercises. This is the first one, I think, leaves, yeah. And then she's a little bit of a description about it. And here she says what you need: the paper, the pencil, and the colors. And see, look at this. This is the end result, and here's how you start. Yeah, but actually this is where you start. So she does a really good job at explaining you step by step how to get the same result as she has. But of course it is watercolor, you know, and it will not look exactly the same because watercolor has a mind of its own. So, but it's really nicely done, step by step. Also the explanation next to it, some extra tips here. So yeah, it's really beautifully done. And this way you can keep going, following that step by step to create something like this. And that's the whole idea about this book. She explains the basic, and then you can go and make a more advanced result. So, and then she has some florals that she explains very well. Clouds, really beautiful. Motifs. Not gonna show all of them because, you know, again, you gotta buy the book. Little landscapes, twigs and leaves, trees, really beautiful, isn't it? Rose bottles, I don't know if they are called the same in English. Flower bouquets, you know, see, look at this, it's really beautiful. Mango, a mystic forest, and yeah, it's very nice how she explains all of this. The iceberg, at least that's what we call it. A little bit about herself, all of her socials, but I've put the correct links in the description because there were a few that weren't working anymore. So yeah, so I sent her a message about it and she sent me the right links, and they're in the description of this video. So anyway, that's the book from Monica Schick. And now the last one, this is the final book, Julia Woning, Watercolor Workshop. This is only available in Dutch. She does not have this book in a different in English, I think. But she has a YouTube channel, and her YouTube channel is in English. So you can find her on YouTube. And there are other artists here from the books that I've showed you that have YouTube channels, and I have added them in the description of this video as well. So here we go. Table of content. Here she greets everyone to tell you about where she went to school and all of that. She did do Art Academy. Beautiful, isn't it? This is really nice. I like this one with the gradients, and yeah, it's really beautiful. A bit of a history about watercolor. What watercolor paint is. She explains that as well. Brushes with explanation about them and how to use them, and yeah. The paper, but the difference between cold pressed, hot pressed, cotton or cellulose, you know, because not everyone knows this. Other materials that she likes to use, how she stretches her paper. I never stretch my paper actually. A bit of the color wheel and color study. Here there are some you can practice on. She has practicing paper in here, but I don't like the paper here. I don't recommend working in this book, but just transfer it to a different paper or something like that. Watercolor techniques, and again a practicing paper, and it continues all of the techniques. And here you have the gradient and landscapes. Really beautiful, how to create clouds and such things. Pretty amazing. Realistic seascapes and how you can do that. Leaves and practicing pages, always practicing pages. Flowers, and again a practice page. Portraits, birds and feathers, painting outside. Again, something that you can color in or paint in rather. So yeah, it's really amazing. Abstract work and art journals. Yeah, that's it. That's all of these books. So from Julia Warning, Monica Schick, Brushjuf, Julie King, Charles Evans, Sharone Stevens, Irit Landgraf, Inga Buividavice, sorry. But anyway, these are all of those books. And then I have some recommendations, books that I still have in my wish list and that I will be buying at some point, probably in the beginning of next year or something. We'll see. But the artists that I recommend, and the picture will be popping up on the screen here. The first one is Zaneena Nabeel. She makes really beautiful watercolor paintings. She has amazing classes on Skillshare, so all of that information is also in the description. And then a book by Emily Olson. I think that's the one with the national parks from the US. Yeah, that's the one. And from Zaneena, that's with skies and nebula and all those things. Terry Harrison, that's also seascapes, I believe. Really beautiful book. And Emma Jane Lefebvre, she also has a YouTube channel. And her book I also put on my list. Most of these books I have already seen, whether by the artists or in someone else's videos from people who have already bought them. And they look amazing. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for this video. Sorry if I've been rambling and all of that. I've been out of it for a while now, and yeah, it's not easy to get back into it, isn't it? So anyway, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up if you liked any of these books and my recommendations. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.